Look at the ants. Having a feast.
Exactly 1 quart. Thank you, tree. Thank you.
Dang, dude. Remember, do the top. The top. Pookie. Which side? The top.
The lady. I'm sorry, Maple. I didn't mean to violate your boundaries. Okay, maybe I did. So right now we're doing some clearing in this area, which is in between the back of the barn and the fields. So there's the corral. Here's the barn from behind, which I don't think I've shown from this perspective before. And there, through there, you can see the greenhouse. And then this whole area that I'm standing in has been pretty overgrown and unreachable. So we're working on clearing it out right now. And we'll be able to let the goats graze back here. So I don't think I've talked very much about the barn here on YouTube. I did make a little reel on Instagram whenever we were tearing it down. So basically this is a big ass barn that had been added onto more than once, and it wasn't maintained, and it had started falling down, and it needed to be torn down and taken apart. So that's what we did in June. My dad drove up to help because it was just a pretty big job. And we decided to keep this back third up because it's actually relatively structurally sound and can be worked with and reinforced and turned into something new. But Gabe actually recently changed his mind about maintaining this last third of the barn and has decided that he does actually want to go ahead and take it down and take it apart too.
Well, so at the time when we were tearing it down, you know, we reached this like back third of the barn, and compared to the front 2/3 that we tore down, it is in way better condition. Like, believe it or not, it is like night and day. It can be salvaged, was the bottom line. And we were getting on, I think, like 2 weeks of the project of tearing it down, you know, and like it was such a mess that we needed to clean up, start pulling nails out of boards, move on to other things, you know, that was like, all right, let's stop here, because it can be saved. Like, it definitely could be saved if we really wanted to, and if we wanted to have a building like this out here. But as time has gone on and the more I've thought about it, we don't really need to have a structure like this. I don't want to dedicate the time and the resources into fixing it, especially when it would probably just be easier to tear it down and to rebuild it from scratch. It'd be way easier just to do that anyway. So yeah, it just stopped making as much sense to keep it and to try and fix it and to try and whatever. So we're gonna tear it down. All the lumber that can be saved will be saved, and we'll use it for other projects, building other things. But I don't know. I just don't think it's worth trying to preserve it.